Mom, and today I'm not going to talk about how to raise fund because everybody talk about it, but I'm going to talk about the opposite. I'm going to talk about why you should not raise funds because I believe this classic case of doing seed round and then pre-seed seed and then your A round and etc. I don't think that's the way for everybody. And I think many entrepreneurs misunderstood that. Like, especially the young one, they think that's the only way. So I think if those who follow me, they will notice I've been asking this question to many of the entrepreneurs, to many of Startup Zone Talk guests, and trying to get a clear answer. So earlier this week, I shared the news about WeWork and how they went from IPO to within 1 week to talk about bankruptcy. Like, how can you get there? Like, what the crazy thing you did to go from there to it's too extreme. So I've found often many entrepreneurs fall into this trap is to scale up very fast. And scaling up often is the most reason why many startups fail. Like, if you stay small, you will not fail or have to bankrupt. But if you scale up very fast, that's where so many mistakes can be done, and that's where a lot of things can go wrong. So I'm going to go back to the topic, why you should not raise fund, or why maybe raising fund is not good for you. Okay, so earlier someone on LinkedIn approached me and asked me about this question after I put the post on about WeWork. She asked me, her name is Haley. She has a startup called Matcha Fanatic. So it's a tea. I think she introduced herself as the owner of tea farm in Kyoto. And I think from what I understand from her profile, she's trying to show the advantages of drinking tea over coffee and how tea is good, is better for environment compared to coffee. Anyway, she asked me like that. Hi Human, thank you for sharing about the post on why we shouldn't scale too fast to take investor money. I'm building my own company and I'm having some trouble building my own capital, hence was thinking of looking for an investor. Do you mind sharing why it's not wise to have an investor? Okay, so I want to be clear. You should not totally forget about having investor. Be open, but be very careful which investor you are picking. It should not be you are the one who's chasing investor and happy if someone pick you. It should be the other way around. You should be the one who's picking, I want this investor or I don't want this investor. I want this money or I don't want that money. Maybe some people think, oh, this is a luxury. No, it's not a luxury. I will explain to you why. Those who watch Silicon Valley TV series, it's very good. You should watch it, really. It's not some bullshit TV show. It will put you in the state where many startups are in mid of that and why they fail. And personally, I went through a lot of similar experiences. So the first reason why you should not take investor money or why you should not raise fund is what I call a change of vision. Because once you have an investor on board, now, okay, you have this vision for your company, you want to, for example, help your community, you want to create, the best brand, you want to create the best product. I don't know what's your vision. So you have this vision. So often the investor has different vision and that's his right. He's the one putting the money. So the investor usually, number one, goal investing in you, not because he like you or because you are super smart, No, usually he wants to invest in you, get his money back, and get a profit on that. Okay? So, your vision and his vision sometimes are very different. So, you need to ask yourself and see, is this investor has the same vision as mine? Is there some common ground? Is there overlapping? Can we work together? So this is the question you should be asking, not just blindly seeking money. And then the second reason, well, again, I'm saying for some people maybe all the things I'm going to list are okay, for some are not, like me. For example, second reason, losing control. Okay, so you started a very small company, maybe a couple of guys, maybe 5-6 people, and now you have investor, and now you start hiring, and now you start scaling up, and maybe let's say you were in one location, now you are in 10 locations, and you planning to go to 50 locations. So your company is scaling up at very fast rate. Now the company is scaling at that rate, but you as a founder or as a CEO of the company, are you scaling up at the same rate? Let me say it in a different way. So because of the money of the investor, you're scaling up so fast, but you as a founder, co-founder, CEO, your experience does not match now the growth. So often the board of directors or the investors, either they realize this beforehand when they're investing or before they're investing, or they will do that after a few months or a year. That they will bring an outside CEO, a corporate CEO, to run the company. And then the founder or the co-founders will end up being kind of employees in their own company. So this experience happened to me before. Like one investor agreed to invest in our company, but one of the conditions he put that he's going to hire a CEO, and then that CEO is going to run the company. So it's not us, not me and my other co-founder. So for me that was a no. For my co-founder, other co-founder, it was okay. So actually there were two other co-founders. They were okay with that. I was not okay with that. So now the investor actually created a lot of tension in the startup before even investing the money, and then that investor back up. He didn't continue and invest. So now we have this tension. Like now we realize everybody is clear, have different visions. Some are okay that someone else run the company. Someone like me not okay for that, because to them the company mean more than just a way to make money. It's their passion, it's their baby, they're growing up. They want to be in charge, growing that baby to the level they're looking for. The third one is decision making, and to me that's very important. Actually, to me, after a lot, I think I started 4 or 5 companies, and at the end I decided to be a solopreneur. I don't want co-founders, I don't want investors because of the bad experiences I have. And I think not every startup needs to become an IPO. Some should, some should not. You can stay small and happy. It doesn't have to be crazy, you know. So for me, it's like that. So decision making. So imagine now you have investors, you have people on your board of directors. So every time you need a strategic decision to be made, you have to set up a meeting, you have to convince these people, you have to waste time and energy to make them see your vision, to make them agree with your decision. While if you don't have them, you can just do it, you know. You don't have to convince anybody. You just do what you believe in. So you have to consider that. And then this is to me also one of the most important reasons, staying hungry. When you have investor money, it's now easy for you to just dump few thousand dollars or ringgits on Facebook ads, on Instagram ads, and become less innovative, become more like relying on the money to run your business rather than you doing the hard work, rather than you being hungry and going chasing every opportunity and trying to come up with creative ideas on how to get attention of the media, get attention of the people. So now you're not hungry anymore. You know, being hungry is so powerful. So I think that's one of the most, and then this is also important. When you're hungry, you will try to figure out to make money. But when you have money in the bank, as I said, you are not going to really try to make your company sustainable or profitable. And that's why I disagree with so many startups. They don't want to make their company profitable. They just will look, they're addicted now. They want to go to the next round and next round of funding and next round of funding. And when they don't have any more funding, it's a paper tiger. The whole thing collapses. There's nothing there. Because they scale up so high. Now they have 1,000 employees, they're running in 10 cities. Now if there is nobody to put the money, all of that cannot run. You cannot scale down again to 10 people. Usually now you owe so many people a lot of money and now you need to close the company and be bankrupt. While if you are a startup at the size of 10 people, I don't know, I start to hate this word startup. If you are a business at the size of 10 people and you are scaling organically, this is what I like to do. To me, it's like workout. You can go to the gym and do the exercises and become fit and grow your muscle slowly. Or you can take steroids, which is investors' money, and suddenly have all these muscles. But you didn't work hard for that money. You didn't work hard for those muscles. And usually there are consequences and usually there are side effects too. There's a price for this sudden, suddenly you have muscles. You don't know what it takes really to build a business. You don't have enough experiences. So if the investors or board of directors kick you out of running the company, and that happened to Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs was kicked out of Apple, and then after many years they bring him back and to run Apple, but not everybody is Steve Jobs. I'm telling you, most often you are don't take it personal, because the company grow very fast. You're not growing at the same rate. You're still a human. We cannot inject you with this cash or inject you with these ideas and now you have the experiences. No. Experience need time, but people now have no patience to grow and become, let's say, rich when you are 50 or 60. They want to become rich when they are 20. Not everybody is Mark Zuckerberg. Actually, statistics find that most likely if you want to build yourself from nothing, you need around 20 to 30 years to become rich and successful. Usually you need, I think, to be an expert in something, you need like 10,000 hours of work. So those shortcuts, to me, there's a price. Some people are okay with this, they're okay, someone else running the company, they're okay. Convincing people and wasting time and energy on convincing people on their vision, they are okay. Of being not hungry, they just like to have money in the bank, and whatever happened to that company, they don't care as long as they cash out at the right time and exit. Yeah, so to me, it's up to you. But don't come and complain why the company vision changed, why the product we're planning to do now becomes something else, because you brought those people and there's no free money. Everything has a price. So that's all. That's what I want to say. I hope it's not a very long video. Thank you for watching, and leave comments below and tell me what do you think. Should you raise funds or should you not? Are you going to raise funds or not? Tell me in the comments below, please. Thank you. Bye.